music.
From 1 a.m, The Joy of 6. At midnight, Stuart McConey's Freakier Zone. Right now, it's the Six Mix. Six Mix. Six Mix. Six Mix.
Remix, from the Latin re, to improve upon, to reimagine for a reasonable fee, and mix, Greek for the soundtrack of your life. Sit back and relax. Over the next 2 hours, I explore the 25 remix archetypes. You will learn and you will love to learn. My name is Tiga, and I am Tiga. We will start things off with type number 1, the playable remix. This is the basic starting point for any remix. Take a song, make it playable. So we're going to kickstart this show with Mickey Moonlight. The song is called Come On Humans, remixed by Daniel Avery. Show starts now. true. My name is Tiga. Welcome back. Another show. A few years ago, while visiting my doctor, a small Jewish man with tiny hands, I was struck with an epiphany. While basking in the glow of my perfect naked body, said doctor asked me if I had any remixes, maybe a hot Beyonce remix. I love remixes. I got lots of remixes. Down in Miami, I'm kind of known as the remix guy. It dawned on me that not only did he barely understand the term remix, or for that matter the phrase, "this doesn't feel right, your fingers are freezing," but that the word itself had become a catch-all, a generic term that perhaps best symbolizes dance music's final mainstream penetration. The word remix has come to symbolize the union between DJ dance culture and music culture at large. It's the place where the middle-aged Canadian doctor meets the underground German physician, and they dance until their wives start wondering. Let us now examine the art of the remix with the same tact, grace, and care that said doctor examined my, how should I say it, sack. My name is Tiga, Remix Edition. BBC 6 Music starts now.
Blue jeans, white shirt, walked into the room, you made my eyes burn. It was like James Dean, for sure. You're so fresh to death and sick as cancer. You were sort of punk rock, I grew up on hip-hop, but you fit me better than my favorite sweater. And I know that love is mean and love hurts, but I still remember that day we met in December. Oh baby, I will love you till the end of time. I will wait a million years. Promise you'll remember that you're mine. Baby, can you sit through the tears? Love you more than those bitches before. I say you'll remember. Say you'll remember, baby. I will love you till the end of time. Big dreams, gangsta. Said you had to leave to start your life over. I was like, no, please, stay here. We don't need no money, we can make it all work. Said he headed out on Sunday, said he'd come on Monday. I stayed up waiting, anticipating and pacing, but he was chasing paper. Caught up in the game, it was the last I heard. I will love you till the end of time. I will wait a million years. Promise you'll remember that you're mine. Baby, can you see through the tears? Love you more than those bitches before. Say you'll remember. Say you'll remember, baby. I will love you till the end of time. You went out every night, and baby, that's alright. I told you that no matter what you did, I'd be by your side. 'Cause I'm a ride or die, whether you fail or fly. Well, shit, at least you tried. But when you walked out the door, a piece of me died. Told you I wanted more, not what I had in mind. Just wanted like before. We were dancing all night, then they took you away. Stole you out of my life, you just need to remember.
This is the Gesaffelstein remix of Lana Del Rey, Blue Jeans. As you all know, I'm a big fan of both these artists. This is remix type 2, the classic. Classic recontextualization. Take a pop song, take the vocals, add your own sound, change the context. Get it? You are listening to My Name is Tiga on 6 Music. This is the remix edition. On today's show, I'll be talking all about remixing, all the different types of remixes. It's become it's a central force in our music community nowadays. Type 3, Breathe New Life remix. Sometimes a track is a little bit older. Sometimes it was a classic and maybe it's not a classic anymore, or it could be a classic if it was only given a little certain, I don't know what, an au courant magic sprinkling of remix dust. Enter Ash Subb-An, part of the new school UK house domination revival, etc. on CROSSTOWN Rebels, an amazing producer, a great young man that I met recently, and he has remixed my own classic, Pleasure from the Bass. This is a world premiere, coming on a CROSSTOWN Rebels soon. Pleasure from the Bass by me, remixed by Subb-An. It's an interesting situation when people remix one of your masterpieces. I mean, other people have called it a masterpiece. I don't use that term myself. I really like the results though. But obviously, as the original producer of said masterpiece, you end up thinking about things like, how were my vocals treated, etc. And you always do there's always a little bit of dispute with the new remixer, but I like these results.
A place to call your own, the one and only son, someone to call my own, the people that you find, wherever you may be, filling up my soul, my curiosity, pleasure from the bass, a place to call your own, the one and only son, someone to call my own, people that you find, wherever you may be, filling up my soul, my curiosity.
Okay, I admit it, I really like it. Subb-An, you did a great job. I have to talk over this because it's a world exclusive, so I'll tell you that a lot of the things I say on the show are very, very obvious to me. And I thought of another thing that was very obvious today, was that you should always do steam room before you record your radio show.
filling up my soul, my curiosity. Pleasure from the bass, a place to call your own. The one and only son, someone to call my own. People that you find wherever you may be, filling up my soul, my curiosity. Pleasure from the bass, a place to call your own. The one and only son, someone to call my own. The people that you find wherever you may be, filling up my soul, my curiosity. Pleasure from the bass, a place to call your own. The one and only son,
Great vocals.
someone to call my own.
Great
the
lyrics.
Pleasure that you find
wherever
you may be.
What?
Filling up my soul.
My what? My what?
My curiosity.
It's amazing. It's like having two of me. My name is Tiga.
I give, you need, I am, you are, I see, wherever I live, I give, you need, I am, you are, I see.
Yes, that was a world exclusive. Pleasure from the Bass, 2004. It was actually, all jokes aside, probably my favorite record that I ever made. And it will be re-released on CROSSTOWN Rebels, Damien Lazarus's label. Excellent house label. Next type of remix to be discussed, the Breaking Down Barriers remix, the Get Your Foot in the Door remix. You know, a lot of people ask me, how did you establish yourself? How did you develop such a fantastic career over such a long period of time, always staying relevant? And I usually say, you got to start, it starts with initiative. Now, sometimes the best way is to offer a free remix. Sometimes you pick an artist you love, in a scene you love, it helps if they're a friend or whatever, and you just, you know, you have an idea. It has to start with a genuine feeling. And you remix it. You do it the way you think it should be done, and you send it to the people for free. And if they love it, they put it out, and you've just, you can't really say you've bought yourself credibility, but you've attached yourself to something. And again, as long as it's done with passion and with true feeling and with integrity, then it's great. I did this once. Seems hard to believe now, but I did this once. The artist was Linda Lamb. This is back in the Gigolo days with DJ Hell and Electro Clash, I guess 2002 or 3. And I heard this record by Linda Lamb, a New York kind of performance artist. It was kind of an electro pop record. I fell in love with it, but I thought I could do it better. I could do it differently. I could produce it in a new way. So I did it. I sent it to Hell. They loved it. Here it is. Hot Room.
Butterfly coming out of the hot room. White thighs hanging there in fruit of balloon. New disguise, I hide away in this cocoon. Butterfly coming out of the hot room.
Those are some dodgy lyrics. I did not write those. I just remixed this. Was Linda Lamb, track called Hot Room, remixed by me. It's strange for music and artists that are featured on my show. It doesn't seem like I can ever just say something nice without something nasty. I apologize for that. That remix was a very big deal for me at the time, and yeah, I still really like it. Next type of remix, the icon. The remix that indelibly stamps its time, the perfect union of two different styles, something that at once brings a much higher awareness to the original artist and to the remixer as well. Now this is I think 2004. Its band was Tigre. This is one that everyone kind of knows. I mean, it's certainly not unknown. But the band was Tigre. The track was called Deceptacon, and the remixer was DFA. And this came at a time when James Murphy, DFA, LCD Sound System was really just blowing people's minds and was really just incredible. And this remix, I call it the icon because it was, in many ways, it just sums up that period perfectly. The fusion of rock with dance, the exposure. I, for one, never would have even heard of Tigre, probably. I used it on my old DJ Kicks CD as well. And it was a massive song then. It's still fantastic. But I think in many ways, a perfect example of perfect remix. Deceptacon, DFA remix. listening to Tiga. My name is Tiga. I'll be with you here till midnight. That's 12. Never lose an opportunity to make a cheap joke. You're listening to My Name is Tiga, the remix edition. This is DFA remix of Deceptacon, the Tigre. Boom, another one.
Edit.
Six Music.
Six Mix.
DFA remix. Fresh.
That's one of the best breaks ever. I honestly can hear the optimism of the time. Everything was fun and easy and new. Next up, category is how I first fell in love with you. Sometimes a remixer, that's kind of their calling card. I mean, they were probably doing stuff before, but for a lot of people, that's the first way they're introduced to the new artist. This guy, his name is Objekt, and I first noticed him from this incredible remix of Subtract, a track called Wildfire, one of my favorite songs, and this is a stunning rework, really, really smart, really clever, really, really well done. Objekt remix of Subtract on My Name is Tiga, remix edition, Six Music. I had the opportunity to ask Objekt what the secret to remixing was, and here's what he said.
The secret to doing a great remix is simply not to do it at all unless there's something in the original that you really feel that you could do something interesting with. Simply liking the track on its own isn't enough, I don't think. But if you pick the right source material, then often you find the remix almost writes itself.
I get asked all the time. Keep spinning, spin on. Cross-pollination. That's a part of remixing as well. When two worlds that might not otherwise have met meet. Panda Bear, indie darlings, part of Animal Collective. I know almost nothing about them, but everyone says they're fantastic. But I do know something about Actress, possibly my favorite electronic producer right now. Hot on the heels of his new album, R.I.P. And he's just an amazing producer. Kind of, it's hard to even, you can't really pigeonhole him. Anyway, this is his remix of Panda Bear, Surfer's Hymn. And it's a beautiful, strange, abstract techno monster. Enjoy. I know almost nothing about this next remixer. That's why I'm gonna create a category called the mystery. Simply remixers that you don't know about if you have a radio show. His name is Pixelord. That's how little I knew about him. Pixelord. The artist is Machinedrum, but I adore this song. What You Wanted to Feel, Pixelord remix on My Name is Tiga, 6 Music. I hope you're enjoying this show about remixes. That's my favorite ID. This month's letter, Dear Tiga, I was wondering if you could take some time to talk about the art of the remix. Due to the global financial crisis, I recently lost my job as editor of Remix Lover magazine, which has created a gaping void in my life that not even my children, Re-Rub and She-Rub, have managed to fill. Please, I really need this. Kev. Dear Kev, the key to being a great remix artist lies in recognizing why you do it. For me, is a tremendous freedom that comes from working with someone else's music, to not have to struggle with your own self-doubt, knowing you'll never write a song as good as Frère Jacques, to be free of the burden of holding a society-shaped mirror up to society and asking of her to change her ways. Ideally, you're working with a song that is flawed in some important way, or if there's something new that only you can offer. You don't remix Blue Monday unless you're Hank Williams Jr., and you don't remix Careless Whisper unless it's the only way to get George Michael to stop blackmailing you. Ultimately, though, the real appeal of the remix lies in the mystery of its endless layers, like staring at a Russian nesting doll and wondering if there's something else inside. Inhabiting the musical personas of others is the chameleon's karmic reward. selling contradictions as I come and go. I come and go.
BBC Six Music.
The Six Mix.
One of the modern masters, Motor City Drum Ensemble, MCDE. One of my favorites. And this is a remix he has done of Midland, someone whose name I made fun of a few shows ago. It was stupid of me to do that. He's a great artist. The track is called What We Both Know. MCDE remix of Midland on Six Mix. Some remixers, you go to them for a specific sound. MCD falls into this category. If you want this incredible, legit warehouse sound, you go to the man himself.
BBC Six Music.
The Six Mix.
In case you were wondering, yes, this is an exclusive. Yes, it's an exclusive. Yes, it's an exclusive. It's official. I just decided this is my favorite song ever, right now. That's another exclusive. Whoa, that's a good one. That was Motor City Drum Ensemble remix of Midland. Next category of remixer, where do you go when you just want a genius? A kind of crazy scientist, a real remix specialist, where you don't know exactly what you'll get, but you know it will be incredible. He might be my favorite remixer ever. He's very certainly in the top 5. His name is DJ Koze. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I recently caught up with him to ask him some crucial questions on the art of remixing.
It's a good question. What is the best remix I've ever done? I'm not sure. Maybe the one from Michael Douglas, Mess You Dear, Elementary Lover, but I'm not sure. It depends. Always the last one is the best for some weeks. What do I think is the all-time best remixer? I thought a long time about this question and I think it's me. Or wait. Yes, it's me. And do I know the secret of making a great remix? No, I don't know the secret. Please tell me. I need to know to keep the pole position. Thank you.
Here we go, another exclusive. First of all, that was pretty much the best interview I ever heard. I love his attitude. Another world exclusive. This is Herbert, remixed by DJ Koze, the master himself.
You're not my only friend.
Track is called You Saw It All.
Not even my best. You're almost essential though, along with the rest. You're not my only sense. You're one of a few. You know when to leave alone. You show me the view. Allies across the years, you witnessed the best. You drainage for all my tears and closed down requests. You saw before me when I knew it all. You looked the other way, watching me fall. You see it all. You see it all.
This is DJ Koze's remix of Herbert. Now, some remixes just deliver you you get the feeling it was a backing track they had in studio and they stuck the vocals on top, which has some merit to it. Koze, you're always getting ideas. And in that sense, well, I like to think I'm kind of the same with remixing. You get ideas, you get concepts, and you get a lot of creativity. Koze is really, 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 really good at it. Enjoy, Herbert.
from yesterday, nearer the sun. And though I may never see all that you did, promise me nothing more. Promise me nothing more.
Wow. Witch sounds and clarinets. Awesome. So let's say you work at a record label. Your job's on the line, they're tough financial times. You got to make an impression. You get all your young hotshot A&R guys together and they all say, we need a bomb, we need a hit, we need to shift units. That is when you need a bomb, my friends. And you got two levels of bomb. You got commercial bomb, you got underground bomb. Commercial bomb, you're going to have to go to the big boys. Geta, Harris, Mafia, as in Swedish House. But if you want an underground bomb, you go to this man. His name is Evgeny. He's Russian. He goes under the name Proxy. And in his own way, in his own strange world, he is an absolute master. When it comes to making bombs, he's pretty much unstoppable. Your best remix and your favorite remix happens to be my favorite remix that you did. Moby, I Like to Move in Here, remixed by Proxy. Radio show, I can say I'm the best, my manager's the worst, because I never leave my room. When you eat room service, you don't have to wear clothes.
Old school, taking it back, and old school, taking it back, and old school, taking it back, and
my apologies, Proxy, that was fairly unprofessional. I'll do it on somebody else's track too, I promise. You're listening to My Name is Tiga. 6 mix, 6 music, 6 of 6.
Old school, taking it back, and 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 old school,
taking you back. Old school taking you back. Old school taking you back. Yeah, so that's where you go when you want to bomb. But I hear people out there saying, hey, Tiga, where do we go when we want an epic? When you want an epic, unfortunately, as much as I hate to give credit where it's due, you do go to Mr. Erol Alkan. And Erol, you are good. When you want an epic, you go to Erol Alkan. He seems to have a knack for the 9 or 10 minute workout, but he keeps the pop sensibility of this song, and he makes it very much a classic remixer, actually, in that way. He really, he's done it many times with many artists. He seems to put a lot of love and care into his remixes. They definitely never feel like they just materialized in an afternoon or in a few hours. This is one of my favorites. It's not a new one. It's older. It's Hot Chip, and I Was a Boy from School. A beautiful song to begin with. And typically Erol manages to... I would like to add, Erol takes amazing songs and he finds a way to make them better, which is not the same as... I'd like to take mediocre songs and make them better. Erol, my hat's off to you. Erol, you're a show-off. What's just occurred to me? I'm frustrated because I can't really say what I feel on the radio. Like, what you guys get is a watered down version of the truth. I can't really say all the things that come to my mind. So at any given moment when a song's playing and I get like an idea, you're getting like the fourth idea I got, because the first three ideas were brutally controversial, possibly offensive, and extremely hilarious. That's just how it works. BBC, I appreciate your situation, but it's not entirely fair. And by the way, is Pete Tong really the competition? Is he? Pete? Let's see your mailbag corner. Let's see your bags, your bag, your sack. Let's see Pete's sack. You can just edit me out later, you know, do what you gotta do. Because this is the truth. I'm talking truth. Should I go hip-hop female poetry? I can do that. The eternal sunshine, the pear-shaped vision, the woman, the flow. I'm remixing on the fly. We're into the second hour, in case you haven't noticed. I'm getting loose, getting warmed up. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I love you, Erol. Okay. I admit it. Erol, you are my favorite remixer. That hurts. But it's true. It kind of just occurred to me as I was free jazzing on top of that track that it's incredible. Erol's my favorite remixer, world exclusive. I made a ridiculous remark before on how I remix mediocre songs, which is not true in the least. And that brings us to tonight's World Inclusive. I'm all about inclusion on a planetary level. Now, I want to tell you a little story. Now, this is how the best remixes happen, or at least the best experiences. Sometimes you fall madly in love with a song. In my case, I fell madly in love with a song called Dangers of the Mouth by a band called Footprintz. They are based in Montreal. They're friends, and they're signed to Seth Troxler's Vision Quest label. And they're an incredible band, really, really talented. I know I use that word incredible a lot. They're a very talented band. They have an album coming out soon on Vision Quest. And I fell so in love with this song. I was on holiday. I couldn't stop listening to the song. It was like over and over and over. It was like Rod Stewart, If You Think I'm Sexy and You Want My Body. Or like Pink Panther, the theme from Pink Panther. It was that good. I couldn't stop singing it. So what did I do? I asked Seth, hey, I know what I can do with this song. I want to remix it. So I know it's like that's just how it happened. We're all friends. This is a remix, first time I've ever played it. It is called Dangers of the Mouth by Footprintz. It's long. I'll have to talk over it a little bit. I'm very proud of it. I hope you enjoy it. Tigre remix of Footprintz. You're listening to My Name is Tiga on BBC 6 Music. I use a lot of samples when I do remixes.
Six Music.
Six Mix.
Sorry, I have to talk over it a little bit. Forensic analysis here. I almost always use hip-hop samples. Boom, it's a secret. It's out. Secret's out.
Expose the frail, the dangers of the life.
1990s.
To find a trace of hope inside of all your hopelessness. Inside of all your hopelessness. Inside of all your hopelessness.
My name is Tiga, Six Mix. You're listening to Footprintz, Dangers of the Mouth, off their forthcoming album on Vision Quest, remixed by me. I'm gonna have to fade it, it's 9 minutes, but I just can't let it go the whole time. It's just it's too much. I will explain in words what happens in the last 4 minutes, soon. To fade or not to fade, that is the question.
Your shining eyes as you strike a match under a foggy sky inside a blackened night. Hallucinations expose the frail, the dangers of the mouth, the shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fade it out. I just got word. But I will tell you what happens. It all comes back. First, there's a lot of finger snapping. It's custom designed for all the people that wear scarves or tank tops when they go to parties. So scarves in the air, giant scarves wrapped around their throats, some on their head, tank tops, weird asymmetrical tank tops, Rudolph Nureyev tank tops, all of that just happening. And then like the finger snapping keeps going. It really, really goes down, designed so that hopefully all the tank toppers and the scarf people know the words by that point, and they keep singing the words. And then you know what? It all comes back in a big flourish of lifestyle glory, and people start screaming and they're jumping and they all remember my name when they go home, and it just really works out quite well. That's what happens in the end of that remix, which is out eventually. And I hope you enjoy it. I'm making so many jokes, but it really means something to me. And it's weird that I have to cover that up, that sincerity, with so much humor. Hit it. This is my other favorite song of the month. MMM, which are a German production team of Aerosmith and Fiedel. Oh, I hope I got that right. This is the concept remix. Sometimes remix is more than just an individual remix, it's a whole concept. This is the Schengen Electro concept album. My favorite album of the year. On Honest John's label based in London, I think, and basically they took a whole bunch of South African kind of electro bass, I don't even know what the genre is called, and they had it all remixed, and this is an incredible track called MMM meets Setchu Boys. There you go. My name is Tiga. Enjoy. That was silky smooth mixing. Another category remix, the unsolicited remix. Sometimes someone just sends you something. It's a remix, it arrives in the mail. Oftentimes it's not very good, sometimes it's great. And then all of a sudden, boom, just like that, from bedroom to BBC. This is a remix of a ZZT track called Zig Zig Zag, and I don't know anything about them. They're called Art Majeurs, I believe, and it came in the post, in the internet mail, and it's really, really good. I love it. So here you go, world exclusive. Can you believe it, guys? It's happening. It's all happening. Listening to the remix edition of My Name is Tiga here on BBC 6 Music. The rest of the show is pure positivity. No sarcasm, very few jokes, just pure positivity, because that's how I feel. Corner of the internet. Politics of the remix. Remix solicitation is an incredibly delicate area. It's essentially the musical equivalent of asking someone, "Will you be my friend?" One factor is that people's motivations quickly come into question. Do they value me for my wild dog studio wizardry? Or do they just want a piece of the bad boy of social media? Also, lending my credibility to other acts carries with it the crushing responsibility of reshaping contemporary music and altering its face forever. Should I be held accountable for re-unleashing the new radicals on the world? Should I make everyone feel okay about liking the new Mel Gibson album? And are these things even worth considering for a fee that barely covers my monthly skincare budget? There's also the danger of becoming too prolific, of being reduced to a cheap remix slut. It starts out with some sloppy up-the-pant-leg action, and the next thing you know, you're stuck supporting some zit-faced funky DJ until he turns 21. Perhaps most important is the opportunity cost. Each remix I do eats up the genius ideas and samples that could otherwise result in 3 original Tiga anthems. I've done 52 remixes over my career, so that equals roughly 14 of my albums that you'll never get the chance to fall in love with, including 2007's A Game of Triptychs trilogy. But that's just the price I pay for staking out new horizons of dance floor real estate, holding exciting new communities close to my ever-beating realtor's heart. I hear you out there saying he can't possibly come up with more categories of remixes. It's impossible. It's not impossible, and you're wrong again. What about remix as cover version? And now I hear what you're saying. You're saying, but Tiga, you created that genre when you did Mr. Hollywood for Felix the Housecat in 2003. Now you're right. People have picked up the torch. Benoit and Sergio. Remix from Metronomy. Corrine. Enjoy it. Benoit and Sergio's remix of Corrine by Metronomy. Beautiful track. Six Music. My name is Tiga. Now, this is a real treat. If you're with your parents, tell them to leave the room because this is going to get intense. I hear you saying, but what about the rejected? That's right. There are remixes out there that are so gruesome, so unappealing, so disastrous, so out of line that they get flat out rejected, that they are deemed less than worth nothing. And I have an example for you tonight. I cannot say who did it, but sometimes music truly speaks louder than words. It was a remix done for You Gonna Want Me. And let's just say, who knows if I would even be sitting here if this was released.
Baby, song for
Dig it.
I got so many reasons you're gonna wanna make it someday.
I'd like to stress this is not me. This is not me, okay?
I think you best believe
But it's awesome.
you gotta drive me crazy, baby. Song for
season. I got so many reasons. You're gonna wanna make it someday, some say. Boy, you're always teasing and think you can even.
Get ready, get ready. Woo! Woo! Wow. Everyone in the studio is sweating pure funk. Whoa. That was intense. Really intense. There's some, actually, you know what? There's something there. But yes, in case you are wondering, remixes do get rejected. It happens all the time to almost everybody. Sometimes what you're offering is just not what they are buying. Oh, I'm sorry. I try so hard to be professional. Football corner. I often look at what I do as a remixer as equivalent to what football managers do with lineups. It's about getting the most out of what you have, screaming at your professional subordinates, and benching the odd acid jazz vocal line. With that in mind, I believe I owe Arsène Wenger an apology. I had him incorrectly pegged as an arrogant French DSK type, when obviously he's more like an arrogant French AVH type, and that's Armand van Helden, to those of you that aren't me. I would like to officially apologize to Arsène Wenger and the Gunner Massive. Earlier in the year, I was taking all kinds of pot shots. I think I even had a moment of silence on the show, and looks like they are doing okay. Meanwhile, my beloved Barcelona are having some struggles of their own, and I would also like to just say good luck to Chelsea. That's it. Here on My Name is Tiga, I'm about pushing boundaries. I'm about discovering the undiscoverable, creating new genres. How about this? Remix of a remix, anyone? I recently remixed Friendly Fire's. The song was called Blue Cassettes. It was amazing. But there was one little bit that somebody wanted me to change. I tried to change it. I had difficulty changing it. I couldn't. Then I had an idea. I'll give it to Clouds and see if they can do a whole new edit of it. And they did. And this is it. World exclusive. Clouds remix of a Tiga remix of Friendly Fire's Blue Cassettes. Dig it.
This is
Six Music.
Six Mix.
Next up, the professional, Duke Dumont, one of my top 5 all-time remixers. I call him the professional because he gets the job done. He always brings something intelligent, creative, effective, and I think really he always breathes new life into tracks. And I think he's really one of the few people that was really kind of born to remix. Kind of like, I guess Ewan Pearson was always like that too. This is brand new exclusive Duke Dumont remix of Sinden here on My Name is Tiga, BBC 6. Enjoy. I caught up with Duke Dumont to ask him some questions about remixing.
Hello, my name is Duke Dumont. I think the best remix I've done is simple to answer because I do not have one. I think the best remix of all time is a tough question to answer. I could easily name 20 to 30 different remixers and producers. But for longevity and consistency, I would say Andrew Revell. For uniqueness, I would say Todd Edwards. And my current favourite remixer is DJ Koze. I think the secret of remixing is this. So get down to it.
Six Music.
Six Mix.
And then we have the master, Stuart Price, Le Rhythm Digital, Paper Faces. There was a time when he was the absolute master. Everything he touched was golden. This is Gem, Paper Faces remix by Zoot Woman. The best.
To believe waiting to believe.
It's absolute silence in the studio. That, dear listeners, is the sound of respect. Still an epic. Oh, sorry, epic was Erol's category. Still a masterpiece. I hope you've enjoyed the show. We are almost at the midnight, the witching hour, and the show's almost done. There's still 2 categories left. One of them is the edit. Sometimes all that's needed is a subtle rearranging of parts, but it's a subtle job that only a master DJ, someone with a real extensive knowledge of crowds, the dynamics within a crowd, the way that energy moves and flows, the chakras, only somebody with that knowledge can do it. One of those guys is Dixon, one of the best DJs in the world. This is an edit he did of a master track, Roman Anthony, Wanderer on Philomena. Enjoy.
There's nothing left for me, no matter where I go. So I'll keep on wandering till I lose control. Wanderer, wanderer. Ooh, wanderer.
way down south, baby. Jezebel came to me, and like a mother, she turned me out, baby. Touched all the places that made Adam turn to Eve. Made me leave my wife, my home, my job, and family. Now I'm the wanderer. I'm the wanderer. I'm the wanderer. She never left me like a so-called friends. Even if I had to kill her and put her life to an end, yeah. I'll never let lust gain control of me. So I did it. To set our soul and our spirit free, the wanderer. Lots of towns, lots of women, many places, deceiving faces. So you better believe, you better believe, I'll be wandering.
I still bear possession. You can see it in my eyes. We are one and the same. So you better realize. Listen closely.
It was crazy deep.
You might
Super deep.
crying like a baby. The sound of a wanderer spirit.
We are all remixers at heart. We take what we are given and we try to make it better. We strive to add our stamp. Not convinced? Just look at what I've done tonight. I took the basic groove of your life. I added a sample or two of my winning personality. I made a slight tempo shift, added a dash of calculated arrogance, a loop of my own herstory, and voila. You can't take it back. Your life has been changed. The narrative forever shifted. Tonight, you have been remixed. My name is Tiga,